Hello my dears, welcome to Jessica's Intuition. Welcome dear air signs, that's Gemini, Libra and Aquarius, to your new video. This video is for you if you have one of the air signs in your sun sign, moon sign or rising sign. Even if you have personal planets in these signs, this video is for you. This video finds you for a reason. Feel free to check out for whatever area you're looking at. I always have a link in the info box below where you can calculate your birth chart, and there you can also just see which area you want to look at, which sign is in which planet you have. We're looking here at the upcoming 2 weeks for the next 14 days. This reading is timeless. It holds meaning for you from the moment you see it. Exactly. Always remember that the roles in a reading can be reversed. Time is always relative. Time flows. And this is always about collective readings. General readings can of course mean that not everything will resonate with you. And this reading here, yes, and all the important information, all the important links, and also the cards I used can always be found in the info box below. And everything I'm currently offering can be found on my website. So, dear air signs, let's see what wants to come your way in the upcoming 2 weeks. The Eight of Cups, the departure with a heavy heart. In fact, I don't feel like it's a heavy heart here, but rather the relief we see here. Normally, with the Eight of Cups, there's always a moon visible, but here we see the solar eclipse. We have the solar eclipse on March 29th. March, the solar eclipse. And that is indeed an energy of change. Now, just with the lunar eclipse, we are going to enter a new era. My dear ones, we can no longer hold on to things that no longer make us happy. And with the Eight of Cups, it's about something here not making you happy. That doesn't fulfill you 100%. The Ten of Cups is 100% 8. For me, 8% of the cups are, you have 8 cups, but that's not enough for you. And it will be at the latest, we're looking here for the upcoming 2 weeks, as I said, depending on when you find this reading or when this reading finds you. Ultimately, and during this period, we will also have the solar eclipse. And ultimately, by then at the latest, I think many will undergo changes. This is a time of change right now. And you will also simply remember that you are not fulfilled, that you want to close something off, that you want to leave something behind. You want to start anew. You want to ultimately take a new path. And I don't have the feeling that this is a departure with a heavy heart. Maybe, yes. Maybe not. It could be the case for some because it might not be easy for certain people depending on how long you've been there. And ultimately it will be a departure because you simply want to be happy at last. Yes, the Seven of Wands under the deck, which tells me something again. Normally the Seven of Wands always represents that energy where you assert yourself. You don't care about this at all. You don't want to assert yourself at all. You are following your path. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You don't have to assert yourself at all. And you will also become aware that you will take a new path. The Queen of the Church. You also want to be emotionally fulfilled. Those are the feelings, the emotions. You want to offer a cup, but ultimately you also want to receive a cup. That tells me again, 8 cups are not enough. 80% are also is not enough for you. You want 100%. You won't settle for less. 10th, the Wands are under the deck. This is also about leaving an old situation. We're leaving the little house, the village behind us. And after that, we also have the Sun. This is a new chapter in life that is about to come. And there we have the Moon. The Death card. My loves, you're definitely leaving something behind or you're letting something go. That could be it. But the end, that's the big change that's coming for you now. With death, we always have the end, as I said, the big change. You're being led into a new life. The old can go and something new can begin. Here we definitely have a new beginning for you. You are ready to start something new. That's what's coming now. You want to regain control here. That's the Emperor. Which also tells me again, you will take an initiative here. You will seize an opportunity, a possibility here. Promising success. We have the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. The King of Wands. The King of Wands. That's a doer. Said done, thought done. Before the thought even comes, you're already in the process of implementation. I also believe that before you become aware of certain things here, you're already kind of heading in that direction. You are being guided, and in the end, it will lead you to your success. That's abundance, that's satisfaction. Also your stability, which is reflected here again, it will stabilize, that it will return. This can also be seen in a financial sense. Or seen from a financial perspective. Do we have a hedgehog in the corner? Oh yes, we have a hedgehog in the corner. How cute. I'm only just seeing it down here now. I find them quite adorable, the hedgehogs. There we have the honor. I just saw it. At the bottom of the deck, the Two of Swords. Which also tells me again, in situations where you are still indecisive, you might also be closing yourself off. Or feeling blocked. Open yourself up to it. There is someone who wants the cards. I've separated them here. And there's one card I want to show you. I'll show you in a moment. There's someone who goes out. They want to see how they go out into the woods because they want to be alone. He wants to think in peace. He wants to reorganize himself, come to new insights, and become spiritually more mature, wiser. Comes to new insights, new thoughts. This could actually lead to new thoughts for a new way of thinking. That you see things differently. All of a sudden, that's always a growth card. This is the 9th card. That's the card. Almost. 9 is always the highest single-digit number. This is the time of completion. That means, yes, something is being completed here and then also restarted. And then comes the 10th major arcana. This is the Wheel of Fortune, which means fateful change. We are currently in a time of fateful change. Well, I can also imagine that, you search looking for answers that you already have within you. We often ask ourselves or pose this existential question. What on earth should I do? But actually, you know what you should do. The answer is already within you. So when you think about things, it's at a 10. I'm actually not happy anymore. It's not fun for me. About the topic of work. Let's say it's a completely normal job. It doesn't fulfill me. I actually get up in the morning with a heavy heart and think to myself, I don't feel like it. I had gone there so many times in the last few years. I often had that where I would say out loud to myself, I just don't feel like it. Yes, and then eventually, after a while, I quit the job and looked for a new one. I'll put it this way. In my family circle, I often heard from my family, why can't you just stay somewhere? Yeah, that just doesn't work for me. I notice that when I'm not happy somewhere, I can't pull myself together. That doesn't work for me. I don't want that. I also don't want to bend myself. And in the end, I always look for something new or I have looked for it. Right now, I'm very satisfied. I can't say it any other way. Until you finally find the perfect fit. What also just fits you. But we live in a society where we have to adapt, especially here in Germany. We have to fit in. In America, it's a bit different. Being different is viewed differently there. Only that is celebrated. That's highly regarded. And unfortunately, it's like that in Germany. We have to adapt to society. And I always feel like I'm in the wrong country. Actually, I'll be honest with you. I noticed that with my timing too. I'm a night person, a late person. So I go to sleep in the morning, get up at noon, and stay up all night. It's now late at night. It's just before 2. I'm just a night person. And if we were to look at American time, we would be 6 hours ahead, which means it would just be 8 p.m. in the evening. I always say I'm in the wrong country. Whether I'll ever emigrate, I don't know. Right now, I'm doing well here in Germany. I always have in mind that I would actually move to America someday. Sure. As I said, that's on my list. It's not like I would say I absolutely have to go there. No, not that. But it's like that in my dream, in my thoughts, that I would like to have a little house there or even live there. Sure. I've actually had that in my head for years. Yeah, especially there are cities where it's actually even colder than here in Germany. But there are actually cities, places where it's much warmer than here, and then also all year round. Well, there are pros and cons. Let's put it this way. And like I said, the urge doesn't call me strongly enough yet for me to say I'm moving away. But maybe at the right time it will happen someday. I don't know. We'll see. You'll see. Of course, I'll let you know when I move, when I emigrate. So this will definitely be a premiere. Yeah, we'll see. I've just shared with you something about my deeply rooted dream. But it's not really a dream that I would say I absolutely want. Maybe someday the urge or the desire will grow. Right now, I'm very happy here where I am. Yeah. How did I get off topic now? Exactly, topic job. When you realize you're just not happy there anymore, you notice that, and you don't even have to ask yourself what you should do next. You know that if you realize you're unhappy there, then change your job. It doesn't matter if you've been there for 10, 20, or 30 years. Let's say you still have some time before you retire. I'm not talking about you being close to retirement with just 1 or 2 more years to go. Then stick it out for the next 1 or 2 years, or retire early, or even change jobs. You always have to decide for yourself what you ultimately do. But if you still have some time ahead of you, then you really should just change jobs. And I've told so many people this so often, and they ended up changing their jobs. Yeah, then there's also the topic of love. When you just realize that the relationship isn't fulfilling you. My partner doesn't accept me as I am. He wants to change me, pretend, whatever. Then you can finally get out of there. And this is about this new beginning. Things that no longer make you happy can now be left behind. And you already have the answers within you. You know that. You feel it here. You sense it. That was the card I wanted to show you. The star appeared afterwards. That's the topic of wishes and dream fulfillment. As I said, I just told you about a dream of mine that might be realized someday. Let's see where the journey takes me in my life. I'll put it this way, I'm not so old yet that I would say yes. I just don't have the time for that. No, I definitely still have at least half of my life ahead of me. And maybe someday it will come. The near new paths. Be ready for a new path for here too. Yes, a new beginning in general. And it's right here. Don't shut yourself off anymore. Open up now. Don't block it anymore. You're just blocking your process. And that prolongs your suffering and ultimately your unfulfillment. And we are all here to fulfill ourselves. Don't forget that. Okay, now I've gone off on a bit of a tangent here. My dear ones, I will now lay out another row of cards for you in the continuation. Then let's see what is coming your way. I'm drawing an angel message for you. This can be advice for you or an answer to your question or questions. And lastly, we're also going to draw a love message for you. You now have the choice to watch the continuation always between 2 different links, at least here on the German channel. On the other channels, there's currently only 1 link. The first link always takes you to my website, where you can watch the continuation individually. It's very important that you always receive 2 emails. This is the first email, the confirmation email, where you also have the invoice included. And then you'll receive a second email. There you have the button that takes you to the continuation. It's very important that the second email can actually end up in the spam folder. So definitely take a look at that. Then you also have the time to watch the continuation here on the German channel. To watch it through the channel membership on YouTube, that's the second link, which will take you to the channel membership video. However, you can only watch the video if you are a channel member. There you will find a third link. This is the area of my channel membership. And there you can sign up for a channel membership. From the second level here, starting with the Soul Community Bronze, you have full access to this continuation. You can always find these links down in the info box and also in the top comment. I look forward to welcoming you there, and I wish everyone else a pleasant stay. Wonderful 2 weeks. All the best, and see you at the next reading.